one time, Pounder, because we used to pet the dogs through the fence, and he didn't recognize me, and he bit me through the fingernail and everything else. I think I ended up having to get stitches, but it's because the dog can't see, and I just stuck my hand in it thinking he knew who I was, and Dan wasn't with me. I remember that, Dan. And I went to prison with both these guys, both Dan Hollibaugh and BJ Zito, not as an inmate, but by so don't get that mixed up. There's a big difference. But prison, I mean, Zito and Hollibaugh, they're still in prison working as corrections officers, and one of them's Lieutenant Hollibaugh, and the other one, Zito. The only reason he's not high up in there, he doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be playing the political game and this and that. He just enjoys doing what he does and being an officer and doing his job and going home. But this is where Zito used to live. I'm only showing this stuff because none of their families live here. I'm not going to be showing this on Facebook and stuff and having inmates come looking for people. But yeah, they don't live here anymore. Not Zito, not Hollibaugh, none of their family. So, I mean, they live in the Tri-Cities, but they don't live in this neighborhood. I won't give out people's information like that. But that was the route. Now we're going back towards my old neighborhood again. So I'm gonna flip a bitch back around. I used to be when I did the high school, I'd go the other way, just go straight up there. There used to be a Dairy Queen, and it was even easier to walk to school in high school than it was to elementary, because right up there where that stoplight is, that's where the high school's at, up there and right across the street was a Dairy Queen. So I used to take advantage of that quite a bit, and hopefully this police car kind of drove by kind of slow when I had that camera set up on a tripod like a selfie stick. I like to use the tripod as a selfie stick because I think the selfie stick is kind of a bitch stick. I think that's more for girls. I think you just should use the tripod for a selfie stick if you're a guy, because then you got it. Then you got, or for anybody really, because then you can freaking, if you need a tripod, you just put it right up into that. And most people can't find those. So how you do that is you just go to, you can order them online, or you can just go to freaking anywhere that sells tripods, and then you just buy a little selfie stick, and you just take the thing for the cell phone camera, and you stick it right on top of the tripod. And now you got yourself a tripod for your cell phone. So if you guys are looking for that, I was fucking clueless on that. There was a really nice one at Rap Fitness that somebody donated that was specifically for cell phones, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And then I just realized after looking around for one for a year or two, half-heartedly, I didn't work at it very hard, but just decided to do that. So you can get a tripod pretty much anywhere. I got mine at Fred Meyer, but you can get them anywhere, Office Depot, wherever. So you just take that thing off that's for the camera. This was Richardson Park right here, and that used to be a pool. There was a basketball court over there. This has always been a basketball court. And we also had an airport run that we did. It was about 5 miles long. My dad and I, we did that through here, looped around town, and got through the golf course and all kinds of fun stuff there. But that's about it. That's my boring little run. This up here, there used to be an overpass, and I bet you there was just too much liability stuff going on. There was an overpass that went from right in here somewhere, and it went over and across to the elementary school over here. So that was the elementary school. We used to have a thing funded by the government. It was badass. Fuck, this doesn't go in here. It went all the way around the school, and it had pull-ups and push-ups. It had all kinds of. It was an obstacle course, like a military one. That President Fitness deal. Schwarzenegger, I think, had something to do with that, because that was back in the. No, it wasn't in the 90s. That was the 80s when they had that. But I used to go and do that all the time and got teased because I used to, sometimes I'd play football and basketball like the other kids, but sometimes I'd fucking run laps. And I know one time I had the crazy dream of going to the Olympics. I was going to have bodybuilding. So obviously the running dream went away, but I used to run half marathons in junior high and ran a couple marathons in high school, did track and field from first grade or third all the way through senior year. But at one point I had the crazy idea of running the marathon in the Olympics. So I remember one time I was like in, I think, third grade, and kids were teasing me like, "What are you doing, training for the Olympics?" I said, "Yeah, I'm training for the Olympics. Leave me alone." Of course, I got absorbed in